Okay. Wait for people to get here. Hey, geez. So, I'm gonna wait for a few more people. I want some people to be here so I can repeat myself as little as possible. Kids. Okay, yeah, music does not fit this mood. Okay. Hey, so, I guess where to start is I'm not happy right now. I am very sad. I feel horrible mentally, physically, and everything. So take this back to the beginning. Here, wait, hold on. Actually, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Well, that's funny. I didn't leave my thing. Damn it. Oops. Okay. So, I guess. Okay, let me turn my phone off. Okay. So, about, say, 6 months ago. Alright, it was six. No, it was more. Just go May. May of 2021, my dad had an infection in his leg. And he unfortunately had to get his leg amputated. And during this, he had to go to a rehab because, he was an amputee. So he needs to recover and all that stuff and everything. But unfortunately, he was in bed pretty much the entirety of summer. And oops. Okay. So, he was pretty much in bed through the entirety of summer and wasn't doing too good, but just hoping to get his leg, get a prosthetic, and eventually he was eventually he got COVID in the place. One of the nurses gave him COVID. So he went to the quarantine area of the facility or whatever. And eventually I call my dad every night. Since 2018, I've pretty much almost called my dad every night. But eventually it got to the point where I was like, I haven't talked to him in a day. And eventually my mom gets a call from the hospital, and he's in the hospital and struggling to breathe. And this was roughly at the beginning of August. Thank you, Jazz. Eventually, he's in the hospital and just trying to get through COVID. And unfortunately, him being my dad is 60 years old. So he's in the bad zone of COVID, where if you get it, it's bad. So, and he's had problems his whole life with breathing and all kinds of other things. But unfortunately, he was not improving in the hospital, and he was on oxygen to help him, but his breathing was getting worse. So we went up there to get his stuff from the rehab and everything, because he had to go to an ambulance. He went into the hospital with about 30% oxygen ish, and he eventually, it got to the point where he could barely breathe and they were going to have to intubate him. So we went up there. I skipped 2 days of school. Boo hoo. We rushed up there so I could at least, because the doctors told us that people who go, and you may know this, people with COVID who go on ventilators, they never come off. And if they do, because COVID, what it does is it gets into your lungs, because it's the virus, and it destroys your lungs. And him already having breathing problems, if he went on the ventilator, he was never going to come off. So we go up there, and I at least get to say goodbye. And he goes under, and he's basically a medically induced coma. And that was about 3 weeks ago-ish. And, and my uncle is the main contact for emergency. So he's getting all the updates. And I had a feeling, and I was talking to Max, Need Wi-Fi, you'll know him. He's been in some streams, a really good friend of mine. I was telling him that there is no winning in this situation. The bad thing is I lose my dad. But if he does get off the ventilator, he'll be on a machine for the rest of his life. And when they have to take the pipe out, the tube, you have to pretty much breathe through a hole in your throat, and you have to eat through a tube. And because he's been in a bed since May, he'll never walk again. He's lost all his muscle. So fast forward throughout these 3 weeks, and unfortunately today, my mom gets a call from my uncle saying nothing is working and we have to make the decision. Either they spend hours replacing all the pipes or like the machines and everything, and that probably won't do anything, or we pull the plug. And I don't want my dad to suffer anymore. So tomorrow we're gonna go up there very early, and I'm gonna say goodbye. So I just wanted to say this, because this is gonna this will destroy me. So hey Thor, thank you for following. But yeah, so, and throughout my hold on, let me full display. Oops. You may have seen throughout these progressively saying I'm going to take some weeks off, saying how it finally hit me, it finally broke me. And this right here is very much true. This did happen in my life, and I thought that was the darkest part of my life. And then I was like, all right, feeling good today. I'll open a thing. I start streaming. Fruity, generous guy, does this. And then today, just everything. I was finally feeling better, but I always had that dark sensation. Hey, Jetblur. I always had that dark feeling that just there's no winning in this situation, like I said earlier. I lose my dad, or he's on machines for the rest of his life, and he'll never live again. So, ultimately, we're deciding that just to let him go and let him have peace, and so we can stop his suffering and stop his pain. He'll stop being in pain. So, I guess I just wanted to say this. So, I'd rather say it than type it out, because typing, I feel like you just can't get that emotion in it. Thank you. And the other thing I want to say, for the last month-ish or so, however long I've been going through all this, I deeply appreciate every message I've been given. Fruity, Jeplar, April, Bubba, Taddy, Cheese, Kara. I deeply appreciate, and there's some other people I can't name off the top of my head, but I deeply appreciate every message I've gotten. But I guess there's just some things you can't control. So, I'll be gone for a while. I'm not even gonna say for the next few weeks, because I don't know when I'll feel good again. But I love you all, and I really appreciate everything you've given me. I am so happy to have been part of this community. You are all amazing people, and I wish you all good fortune in the future. It kind of feels weird to say this, but never mind. I guess that's all I really have to say. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say, but keep a lookout for that notification when it says Quantum Sponge is live, I guess. I don't know. But my family is Jepler. This is just gonna be a really, really rough time for the next few months, because there's a lot of IRL stuff I'm not gonna say because it's very personal, obviously. Yeah, and of course I'm not the only one going through this. There are thousands of people that are going through the exact same thing as me. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of all I had to say. I guess I just thank you for keeping me around despite all my many times where I've just been a bad person, and there are many of those, but I guess all I have to say is thank you. Yeah, I love you all. I don't really know how to end this, but thank you. Wait for it. One last time. Alright. Thank you all. And wish you all good fortune in the future. I don't really know how to end it, so I'll just go. Thank you.